So the big fight concluded yesterday with Gervonta Tank Davis knocking out King Ryan Garcia in the 7th round and getting the very impressive and best victory of his career. Now in this video, I'm going to tell you guys how and why Gervonta Davis won this fight and how and why Ryan Garcia lost it for himself. Now I'm going to quickly break down what happened. In round 1, Ryan Garcia started the fight well. He fought the fight on the outside. He used his jab. He controlled the pacing. And it was the fight that Ryan Garcia should have fought throughout. I said in my video saying how Ryan Garcia defeats Gervonta Tank Davis that the key to victory for him in this fight would be for him to use his reach, to use his jab, keep the fight on the outside, and box Tank. Not to fight with him, not to trade with him in the pocket. And in round 1, he did a good job of doing that, and he won round 1. In round 2, Ryan Garcia completely abandoned that game plan, ignored what his trainer Joe Goosen told him, and bum rushed Tank. He was trying to put him out early, and he started the round decent. He was landing some nice shots. He landed a couple nice body shots, but he got countered with a big punch and dropped early on. And I believe this set the tempo for the rest of the fight because it proved right away that Tank could easily hurt Ryan Garcia and put him down. We knew that Tank could hurt Ryan Garcia and was capable of knocking him out, but we didn't think he'd be able to prove it this quickly. We thought it would take him a little longer to hurt Ryan, but he was able to drop him early. And what I said Ryan had to do, which was dominate the early rounds in this fight, that went completely out the window because he's already been dropped in the early rounds of the fight. So he already gave away a lead he could have built up for himself. Once he got dropped, he got up and recovered quickly, but fought the rest of the round tentatively and never really regained much momentum throughout. In round 3 and 4, both of those rounds were very similar. You could argue Tank won both of them. Round 3, I feel, was closer than what the commentators were saying, but in those rounds, Ryan Garcia fought very cautiously. Tank was very comfortable in there. He wasn't landing much, but he was very comfortable there and felt very good in there. Round 5, Tank clearly won. In round 6, Ryan actually did very well in and looked like he was regaining some momentum in the fight and regaining some control of the bout. However, in round 7, a round where Ryan was looking pretty good, he abandoned the game plan that I said that he should fight, which is keeping Tank on the outside and using his jab and boxing, which he did well in round 6. Round 7, he came out guns blazing, going for the KO once again. And they traded in the pocket, which is exactly what I said Ryan should not do. And he got hit for a perfect body shot that put him down and put him out. And Ryan Garcia, I believe, could have definitely beaten the count, but he knew that he wasn't the same level of a fighter as Gervonta Davis, and he stayed down, giving Tank the victory. Here's why Ryan Garcia lost the fight. He didn't keep the game plan that he should have. He did not fight Tank on the outside like he should have. He traded with Tank in the pocket while knowing that he did not have the power Tank did, and he did not have the chin that Tank did, or the experience that Tank did. So he completely neglected what he should have done. He didn't listen to his trainer's advice when he told him after round 1 what he was supposed to do. The reason Tank Davis won this fight is he dragged Ryan Garcia into a fight. That's exactly what he had to do. That's what I said he should do in the video I made saying why Gervonta Davis beats Ryan Garcia. I said he had to draw Ryan Garcia into a fight, into a phone booth match, into a fight where Ryan Garcia becomes prideful and puts too much pride in his power and his speed. Once that happens, Tank would be able to counter him and hurt him and put him down, which we saw happen in round 2 and we saw happen in round 7. Tank Davis was able to draw Ryan Garcia into the exact fight that he wanted, and that's why he won this fight. Now, when you look at the way the fight played out, Ryan Garcia, as I said in my prediction video and as I said in the key for Ryan to win, he needed to capitalize on those first 3-4 rounds. And in round 1, he won. In round 2, he got dropped. And once that happened, he completely gave away what he could have built up in those early rounds. When you're fighting a slow starter like Tank, you need to utilize that. You can't let Tank, who's a slow starter, win the early rounds against you because he catches you with a shot and drops you. You're supposed to build up on that momentum, and he completely failed doing so. He got countered. And the truth is, Tank Davis, he was a level above Ryan Garcia the whole time. I was picking Tank to win this fight. However, I did expect the fight to be closer, but I think we all knew deep down that Tank was a level above, and he proved it in this bout. He was smarter than Ryan. He drew Ryan into a fight that Ryan should not have allowed himself to get drawn into, and that's the main reason he won. He outsmarted Ryan Garcia. This fight would have been determined by who controlled the pace and who controlled the tempo and the style of this match. If Ryan was able to keep this fight on the outside, box, use his jab, not get drawn into a real brawl with Tank, he 100% could have won. I'm not saying he 100% would have, but he definitely could have won. It could have been his fight. If Tank Davis was able to draw Ryan Garcia into an actual fight in the pocket where both fighters are trading big punches, he guaranteed would have won, and that's what we saw in this bout. Ryan Garcia got outsmarted by Gervonta Davis. He did not use his natural ability. He did not use his natural metrics over Tank. He's the taller fighter with the longer reach who has a very quick jab and has very quick punches and decent fundamentals. There was no reason for him to not keep this fight on the outside and box with Tank. He got drawn into a close-ranged, back-and-forth, high-level power punching fight, and that's why he lost. Tank's a bigger puncher with a better chin and more experience. You're not going to beat Tank at his own game. I know Ryan Garcia has convinced himself that he's this huge puncher, and I will say that Ryan Garcia definitely has power. He's not feather-fisted at all. We've seen in his career he has power. He knocked out Luke Campbell. We saw what he did against Fortuna. We've seen him show true fight-changing power in his career. However, he does not have the power that Tank Davis has, and I felt that was not being talked about enough. This fight was being hyped up as two big punchers taking each other on, and it was. But there's a level in their power. Tank Davis is one of the biggest punchers in boxing. Ryan Garcia is an elite puncher. There's a difference. And if you're going to trade with Tank, you're fighting his game plan against a bigger puncher with a better chin, more experience, and better inside close-range fighting. And he's also a better finisher than Ryan Garcia. This was an accident waiting to happen if Ryan wanted to fight this game plan. He kept saying he wanted to knock Tank out, and he fought in round 2 like he wanted to knock Tank out. He bum-rushed him and went for the early KO, or at least the early knockdown. He got countered heavily and dropped early. And to be honest, I think he didn't fully recover from that knockdown. Even though he looked very good, I don't think he fully recovered from that knockdown until about round 6. And by the time he recovered from that knockdown, he made the same mistake he made earlier in the fight in round 7, which was to bum rush Tank, trade with him, and land something big. And when he did that, he got countered to the body this time instead of upstairs, knocked out with his own punch, the left hook to the liver, and he was put away. And it's a shame because Gervonta Davis is a very good fighter, but I feel that Ryan Garcia definitely has the ability and the style to beat Tank Davis. However, boxing isn't all physical, it's very mental. There's a lot of game plans involved and implemented. This is chess, if we're being honest, and Tank Davis completely outplayed Ryan Garcia. He knew what he had to do to win this fight. He knew that if he was able to get in range, he'd beat him, and that's exactly what he did. I feel people aren't talking about how the game plan is truly what won Tank this fight and how the game plan is what lost Ryan the fight. People keep acting like it's purely just off of natural ability, and even though that did have a lot to do with it, the fight definitely was determined by Tank getting the fight in close range. The fight being in close range is what won the fight for Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia not sticking with his jab, not keeping the fight on the outside, and not boxing. I told everyone for a long time, Ryan Garcia is not going to win this fight if he tries winning a brawl, if he tries to knock out Tank. The only way Ryan Garcia is going to win this fight is on points. I've said it multiple times. He tried knocking Tank out, and we saw what happened. He got knocked out in the process. That's my thoughts, though. You guys tell me your thoughts, comment section below. What did you think of the fight? Were you guys disappointed in it? Did it live up to your expectations? I'm not going to lie, guys. I expected this fight to be a lot better, and I fully blame Ryan Garcia for that. Tank Davis did what he had to do. He came in the ring. He knocked out Ryan Garcia. He dropped him twice. I don't know if he broke his nose. I know he definitely made his nose bleed. He hit him for a lot of big shots. Ryan Garcia, he fought a dumb game plan. He showed that he's still very inexperienced. He got countered. Took him a long time to recover. Once he recovered from that knockdown, he won the next round. He clearly won round 6 and was winning round 7, was looking good, but he got reckless and he got caught. It's what happens in the sport of boxing, and that's why I knew Gervonta Davis would win this fight. I knew that the experience, I knew that the game plan, I believe he has better team around him. I know Ryan Garcia has Joe Goosen, and he's had Eddie Reynoso and Oscar and all those people around him, but Tank, in my opinion, has a better group of people around him. Calvin Ford is a phenomenal trainer. Floyd Mayweather, one of the best fighters in modern boxing, arguably the best fighter of the last 20, 30 years on his side as well. Tank Davis had better people around him. He had the better game plan, and he capitalized on it better. He rose to the occasion better than Ryan did. I think, honestly, the pressure may have gotten to Ryan as well. Of course, I can also bring up him being weight drained and the rehydration clause, but I saw that fight, man. Ryan definitely could have won the fight if he had a better game plan. I don't care how drained he was. If you watched the fight, you could see that Ryan had the capability of winning. He wasn't drained to the point where it was an unwinnable fight for him. He definitely could have still won the fight, but he had the wrong game plan, and he paid the price for it. But Tank Davis rose to the occasion. He's used to the spotlight. Ryan Garcia, he's had the spotlight put on him before, but not to this extent, and it looked like, honestly, he froze up a little bit. That's my thoughts, though. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. Tell me your thoughts on the fight. God bless. I'll see you guys later. Peace.